Now we have one very important line in circles called radical axis. Consider this diagram. We have two circles, two disjoint circles. S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to 0. Equations of circles are given. Centers are C1 and C2. We have coordinates of centers. Okay. Now we consider variable point P on the plane. Coordinates of this point are h comma k. From this point we draw tangents to circles. Points of contact are A and B. Now suppose PA is equal to PB. Lengths of tangents to circles are equal. Now we know how to get the length of tangent. क्या होता है length of tangent का expression? PA is equal to root h square plus k square plus 2g1h plus 2f1k plus c1. Okay, and PB is root h square plus k square plus 2g2h plus 2f2k plus c2. Okay, now square both sides and simplify, get all the terms on one side. We get this equation 2g1 minus g2 multiplied by h plus 2 f1 minus f2 multiplied by k plus c1 minus c2 is equal to 0. Now replace h by x and k by y. We get equation of locus of point P. We have equation 2g1 minus g2x plus 2f1 minus f2y plus c1 minus c2 is equal to 0. This is locus of point P, equation of locus of point P, and this is a straight line. ये इक्वेशन जो है वो स्ट्रेट लाइन रिप्रेजेंट करेगा ना. दैट मीन्स locus of point on the plane from which lengths of tangents to given two circles are same is straight line, and this straight line is called radical axis. इस लाइन को हम कहते हैं radical axis of two circles, S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to 0. Now this equation is actually S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. अब ध्यान से देखें ये इक्वेशन कैसे आएगा. जब हम एक सर्कल के इक्वेशन में से दूसरे सर्कल का इक्वेशन सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, ठीक है ना. वी सब्ट्रैक्ट सच दैट एक्स स्क्वायर वाई स्क्वायर टर्म्स गेट कैंसल आउट. नाउ स्लोप ऑफ रेडिकल एक्सिस इज minus g1 minus g2 upon f1 minus f2, and slope of line joining centers of the circles is f1 minus f2 upon g1 minus g2. Product of these two slopes is minus 1. That means radical axis is perpendicular to the line joining centers of the circles. Now we draw these two common tangents to circles A1, A2 and B1, B2, where A1, A2 and B1, B2 are points of contacts on the circles. Okay, A1, B1 intersect radical axis at point P1 and A2, B2 intersect radical axis at point P2. Since P1 and P2 lie on the radical axis, lengths of tangents from this point to these two circles will be same. P1 and P2 radical axis के ऊपर है, इस लोकस के ऊपर है, तो इन पॉइंट्स से सर्कल्स के टेंजेंट्स के लेंथ्स इक्वल होंगे. दैट मीन्स वी हैव P1A1 is equal to P1B1. We have P1A1 is equal to P1B1 and P2A2 is equal to P2B2. ठीक है. That means radical axis bisects the length of common tangent between the points of contact. Here P1, P2 bisect lengths A1, B1 and A2, B2 respectively. Now here radical axis does not bisect C1, C2. Radical axis C1, C2 को bisect नहीं कर रहा है because we have here circles of different radii, different sizes के circles है. Now can radical axis bisect C1, C2? कभी भी radical axis C1, C2 को bisect कर सकता है. It can bisect when radii of circles are same. In this diagram we have two circles of same radii. So in this case radical axis will bisect C1, C2, join of centers. Now let's see different positioning of two circles and corresponding position of their radical axis. We have already seen this case. We have two circles, two disjoint circles of different radii. In this case, the radical axis is closer to the circle which is having smaller radius. Radical axis उस circle के नज़दीक होगा जिसका radius कम है. Here radius of circle S1 is equal to 0 is less. Okay, so radical axis is closer to this circle. If two circles have same radius, then radical axis will bisect C1, C2. Exactly middle में होगा radical axis. Now suppose we have this case, two circles are touching externally. In this case, radical axis will be common tangent to two circles at their point of contact. Radical axis क्या होगा? Radical axis common tangent होगा उस पॉइंट पे जहाँ पे दो सर्कल्स एक दूसरे को टच कर रहे हैं. ठीक है ना? Two circles are touching at point P, so radical axis is common tangent to circles at point P. Get these two circles closer. Now these two circles are intersecting. They're intersecting at points A and B. In this case, radical axis coincides with common chord. Radical axis जो है वो common chord के साथ coincide करेगा. In fact, to get the equation of common chord of two circles, we subtract equation of one circle from the equation of other circle. That means we are actually finding the radical axis. हम radical axis का equation निकाल रहे हैं. We subtract in such a way that x square y square terms get cancelled out. However, we cannot draw tangents to circles from the points which are lying between A and B. A and B के बीच में जो points होंगे वहाँ से हम circles को tangents तो draw नहीं कर सकते. But all the points on the plane from which lengths of tangents to given two circles are same lie on the common chord. ये जो सारे points हैं वो common chord के ऊपर होंगे जिसको हम radical axis कहेंगे. Now consider this case. Circle S1 is equal to 0 is touching the circle S2 is equal to 0 internally. Point of contact is P. In this case, radical axis will be common tangent to circles at point P. In this case, we have only one common tangent to two circles, and that common tangent is nothing but radical axis. Now consider this case, circle S1 is equal to 0 is completely lying inside circle S2 is equal to 0 without touching it. We have radical axis like this to the right of circles. If circle S1 is equal to 0 is like this, then we have radical axis on this side to the left of circles. Okay? And when two circles are concentric, we do not have radical axis. अगर दो सर्कल्स कॉन्सेंट्रिक होंगे तो हमें रेडिकल एक्सिस नहीं मिलेगा. देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑन द प्लेन फ्रॉम वेयर लेंथ्स ऑफ टेंजेंट्स टू गिवन टू सर्कल्स आर सेम. ऐसा कोई पॉइंट प्लेन के ऊपर नहीं होगा जहां से दो सर्कल्स के लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट्स इक्वल होंगे. ठीक है ना? तो आपको समझ में आ गया कि सर्कल्स की डिफरेंट पोजिशनिंग के लिए रेडिकल एक्सिस का पोजीशन क्या होगा. Let's try this question. Find the equation of radical axis of these two circles. दो circles के equations given है, हमें उसके radical axis का equation निकालना है. कैसे निकालेंगे equation? We subtract equation of one circle from the equation of other circle so that x square y square terms get cancelled out. For that, either you divide this equation by 2 or multiply this equation by 2. Let's multiply this equation by 2. We have equation 2x square plus 2y square minus 6x plus 10y minus 14 is equal to 0. Now subtract this equation from this equation. We get equation of radical axis as minus 2x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. ठीक है ना? तो देखो हमें एक इक्वेशन में से दूसरा इक्वेशन सब्ट्रैक्ट तो करना है, पर हमें सब्ट्रैक्ट इस तरह से करना है जिससे एक्स स्क्वायर वाई स्क्वायर टर्म्स कैंसिल हो जाए. अगर आप यहाँ पे इस इक्वेशन में से ये इक्वेशन सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे तो हमें रेडिकल एक्सिस का इक्वेशन नहीं मिलेगा, हमें सेकेंड डिग्री इक्वेशन मिलेगा वेरिएबल्स एक्स एंड वाई में जो रेडिकल एक्सिस नहीं होगा. ठीक है ना? Now consider this diagram. We have three circles. S1 is equal to 0, S2 is equal to 0 and S3 is equal to 0. These three circles are such that the centers are not collinear. Circles के centers collinear नहीं है, ठीक है ना? Now radical axis of circles S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to 0 is S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Radical axis of circles S2 is equal to 0 and S3 is equal to 0 is S2 minus S3 is equal to 0. And radical axis of circles S1 is equal to 0 and S3 is equal to 0 is S1 minus S3 is equal to 0. Now these three radical axes will be concurrent. Here they are concurrent at point P. The reason is we have radical axis S1 minus S2 is equal to 0 and S2 minus S3 is equal to 0. Equation of family of lines passing through point of intersection of these two lines is S1 minus S2 plus lambda multiplied by S2 minus S3 is equal to 0. Okay. If we choose lambda is equal to 1, we have equation of member of the family S1 minus S3 is equal to 0 and this is थर्ड रेडिकल एक्सिस, ठीक है ना? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अगर तीन सर्कल्स गिवन है जिनके सेंटर्स कोलिनियर नहीं है तो उनके जो रेडिकल एक्सिस होंगे वो कॉन्करेंट होंगे. थ्री रेडिकल एक्सिस ऑफ थ्री सर्कल्स आर कॉन्करेंट इफ their centers are not collinear, ठीक है ना? तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट है. Now from any point on this radical axis, lengths of tangents to circles S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to 0 are same. From any point on this radical axis, lengths of tangents to circles S2 is equal to 0 and S3 is equal to 0 are same. Okay. And from any point on this radical axis, lengths of tangents to circles S1 is equal to 0 and S3 is equal to 0 are same. That means point P is the only point on the plane from where lengths of tangents to given three circles will be same. Point P कैसा point है जहाँ से ये given three circles के lengths of tangents equal है. This point is called radical center. Point P को हम क्या कहेंगे? Point P को कहेंगे radical center of three circles, three given circles. ठीक है ना? Let's have one question based on this concept. Let's solve this question. We have here equations of three circles. We have to find the coordinates of point P such that the length of tangents drawn from it to the circles are equal in length. That means we have to find here coordinates of radical center. What we do? We find any two radical axes and solve them. Let's find radical axis of these two circles. Subtract this equation. From this equation we get minus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2. Then we find radical axis of these two circles. We subtract this equation. From this equation we get 10y plus 25 is equal to 0 or y is equal to minus 5 upon 2. This is vertical line, this is horizontal line with respect to coordinate axis, and these two lines intersect at point 2 comma minus 5 upon 2. So this is coordinates of radical center, coordinates of point on the plane through which lengths of tangents to these three circles are same. This is the only point on the plane from where lengths of tangents will be same. This is radical center.